What we do is we send between 30 to 40 volunteers for a duration of 2 weeks to 16 different countries across the globe on an yearly basis. And keep in mind this number, because the next time you're going to hear this presentation, this number is going to be higher. 16 different countries around the globe to do three main things. How? We just adjust ourselves to the local community needs. They need a classroom, we'll build one. They need a community center, we'll renovate one. They need a medical support, we'll send our fellow blues and whites, and that's how we call our Israelis, to actually help them and give them the treatment that they need. If they have a gap between what they want to achieve in their school curriculum, we'll just help by teaching classes, math, English, basic hygiene customs. This is a great example of something we did in Uganda. I know how many of you are aware, but Uganda is a very hot place. And they have an amazing teachers. They have great students, but they didn't have a space. They did not have a space to pass a class, the classes that they wanted to, and the ratio between one teacher to the students was 1 per 70 students. So we built a classroom. In 14 days, this is day one, this is the last day of the expedition, we managed to build a classroom, and by going back there to the exact same village, year after year, we managed to reduce this ratio from 1 teacher per 70 students to 1 teacher per 28 students. Right here we can see Amara. Amara is an Ethiopian kid who unfortunately diagnosed positive to HIV. He's one of 6 diagnosed with this horrible disease in his orphanage of 30 kids. He could not get treatment, so we sent an Israeli dentist to give him the treatment that he needed. And even more than that, what's more unique, he was able to teach the local dentist how to give the exact same treatments to other kids in the future to preserve this knowledge. What you can see here is Bilal. Remember his face. This little Indian kid, who's Muslim, by the way, you're going to see him in the next few slides. He met us first in 2014. I was first delegation in India in 2014, and he was able to come back every year to experience the expedition and the volunteers. And over a span of 10 years, obviously we send people just for 2 weeks. And we often get asked, why just 2 weeks? Why not a month? Why not 2 months? I don't know if you know it, but studies show that 21 days of doing the same thing creates a habit. A habit is a dependency. We do not want to create a dependency. We want to empower the local communities, give them the tools that they need so they can succeed on their own. So we come for 2 weeks, but over a span of 10 years, Bilal was able to get a tenure of 5 months. 5 months of his life that he spent with our volunteers. The name was chosen thanks to our heroes. Heroes for life, because thanks to those heroes, we have a life. Each and every delegation is dedicated and named after a fallen soldier. I'm going to tell you about Ozzy right here. Ozzy Osmandilovich fell in Sajaiya in the battle on the Gaza Strip in 2014, and after him we named our Argentinian team. I had the privilege to lead this team in Argentina and go to Argentina to the exact same village with white shirts, Israel's flag on our arm, and Oz's name on our back, and that's how we commemorate his name. Because as long as they are remembered, they will never die, at least not in our heart. Over a span of 10 years, we managed to send 16 different delegations to 16 different countries across the globe with 2,500 volunteers to do nothing but good. On their spare time, on their free time, they chose to go. And by 2030, our 30-30 vision says that we will be in 30 different countries across the globe. Israel is well known for its high-tech industry, for its IDF, for its innovation, but what we want it to be known for is a global superpower of chesed. What is chesed? Doing good, volunteer. This is the growth of the total number of yearly applicants that we had. In 2014, we had just 25. 2022, we had 9,200 applicants applying to do nothing but good across the globe. To you, it may seem small. What is 9,200? But think about it in America's numbers. If you compare the population of Israel and America, this is like having 270,000 applicants every year applying to do good in other countries. I wanted to share my personal experience because this is how I understood what this whole organization is all about. I had the privilege to lead the Argentinian team and create the personal connections and have the personal stories with the local people. Put a smile on their faces and see what you can actually do with no language, with not a lot of time, only 2 weeks in a place. And this is a couple of pictures that shows it. And another picture, another example of how good you can actually do is, you remember Bilal? this little Indian Muslim kid who we saw before. This is Bilal and his friends and their mothers who initiated a ceremony for us. A group of Muslim kids and women who initiated a ceremony in our behalf to show their gratitude for what we did there in 2 weeks. And I'm quoting, they said, "For years, we've been taught that you are the small devil, but now we understand that you are the big angels. So thank you for that." And this is, right here, is example that everything we believe in and everything we're trying to achieve is actually doable, and we are truly being a light unto the nations. Thank you very much.